This really is a truly beautiful part of the world, and in Banan district, the Nanhu Botanical Gardens stands out. Beautiful clear waters, lush mountains, but it's painted in a shade of marvelous red. It's a maple forest, imported and truly beautiful. Meanwhile, if you step inside the Infinity Arena, we're painted in purple because it's WTT Champions Chong 2026 action here. We've seen wins for Zhang Yiqing, for Nicholas Lam over Darko Jorgic, for Chen Yi over Kim Na-yong, and most recently, Yukiya Uda getting past Omar Assar. Our 8 matches has been reduced to 7 in this session. A walkover for Miwa Haramoto of Miya Nagasaki, who has an injury, and that means we're going to move on a pace now after that 3-0 walkover to men's singles action again, and it's the world #1 Wang Chu-jin in a moment against Jonathan Groth. Lily Zhang against Bernadette Search is our penultimate match, followed by Lee Min-ru and Christian Carlsen. But you already heard the cheers when his image came up on screen a moment ago, and you're about to see him. Let's now meet our next 2 players.
The first from Denmark, Jonathan Groth. From China, Wang Chu-jin.
And the screams from the fans tell you that this is the man they have come to see today, and why not? 15 times a singles title winner in the WTT series, the world #1, a man who just seems destined to win more often than not whenever he makes that walk down the big-time ramp. Wang Chu-jin is in the house here at the Infinity Arena. His opponent, though, coming from Denmark, Jonathan Groth, a player who on his day has been capable of causing problems for Chu-jin in the past. And this, of course, is a round of 32 encounter between these two. In terms of their WTT head-to-head, well, 2-0, and the most recent meeting came at Champions Macau 2025. Groth actually won the first game, but Chu-jin came roaring back to take that one 3-1 in their only ever previous meeting before that, Saudi Smash 2024. It was a straight games 4-love win. Tamara Pamentlat is our umpire for this one. And you can already hear the atmosphere is alive, vibrant in this purple palace that is the Infinity Arena. Coin toss time, and after that we'll begin our build-up in earnest.
Good match. Good match. So for the toss, you have the choice, is red or it's blue. Groth choose the red, so Chu-jin, you have the blue. It's red. Groth won the toss. Groth choose to serve. Chu-jin choose the right side.
Here we go then. There's a real sense of tension, a real crackling atmosphere inside the Infinity Arena. Joe Retijack's alongside me for this one. Joe, great to have you here. It's always amazing when Chu-jin steps into the house. We have seen him struggle at times in the past occasionally, relatively, against players from the Nordic countries, from Scandinavia, but it just seems these days he doesn't struggle against too many players, does he?
Oh no, it's all relative. I mean, he's nicknamed Lionheart for a reason. He's the current king of the jungle. He activates beast mode when he's out here. And you mentioned it, the Nordics players famed for their feeling, but look at that.
That's a record, isn't it? Champions Macau champion, China Smash champion, WTT Finals Hong Kong semi-final, but back to winning ways a couple of weeks back at Singapore Smash 2025. This is a man who is on top of his game right now. And that was certainly the case when he came up against the very much informed Lee Min-ru, but as well as the man from Chinese Taipei have been playing, he had no answers to the quality of the lefty. Wang Chu-jin with a celebration, and as close as you'll see to a big smile from Chu-jin as he took out yet another title. Title number 15 on the WTT series. Now let's have a little look at Jonathan Grunt. Let's advance a case for a man who was actually sitting on the bench as coach when another Scandinavian, Anders Lind, managed to beat Chu Chin a couple of years back.
Yeah, he was giving the advice to Anders, and something that we mentioned that the Nordics have, Jules in particular as well, as we see the prize money on offer. Jonathan Grunt has feeling, so meaning he can play with lots of different spins and he can absorb attacks, and he's capable of slowing the ball and putting lots of side spin and doing awkward and uncomfortable things, and that seems to be, at least, the only way you can really cause a dent in Lionheart at the moment.
Yeah, and you've got to say, look at that, 80 to 20, that's the kind of vote you'd expect, because to put this in perspective, Grunt is simply looking to equal his best ever WT2 champions, which is to reach the round of 16. It's something that he's done 4 times. But we're up against a man who's won 15 WT2 series events. That is the scale of the challenge that awaits the Dane. Listen in, soak up the atmosphere. This one is going to get loud. Even these players having to just take in the occasion and the atmosphere, but now they're ready to go.
Do we see a fast long serve straight out the gate from Grote? So this was really interesting when these two met in Macau last year. Jonathan Grote went 1 game up and 6-1 up. And it seemed Wang Chuqin was intent on trying to break down the backhand, and it was not breaking of Grote.
Goes the wrong way, around the back of the Dane there. But 2 great points to start this off.
Yeah.
Obviously early on, we're going to have to do a little bit of crowd policing here. A few flashes going off, understandably, given the feverish attention being paid to Wang Chuqin every time he steps out here.
He's the big dog.
If you are Jonathan Grunt, and with the greatest respect, he's not Anders Lind, he's not someone who's a maverick of a player, does he have to take risks, or will just a steady game give him a chance?
He can't be steady against this guy. He's just too good, too strong. Over a stretch of 3 games, he's going to start to find form, so that you have to find the moments to take risks, to try and find his wide forehand. Try and find those purple lines on the table as deep as you can, as wide as you can. In Macau again, Jonathan Grote was firing long serves at Wang Chuqin, and they were really causing damage.
Ooh. Under the table, and who knew what was on that?
And this is also something that Anders and Jules before him did really well against Wang Chuqin, is not give him the speed, play with slower, spinnier balls. Try and slow him down. Grote's definitely got that in the locker.
Such a tall order here for Grote. If you look back to his recent champions pedigree, out in the round of 32 in Frankfurt, out in round of 32 in Montpellier. But you do look back to Macau last year, and that match against Chu Chin, which came in the round of 16, so maybe he'll say when he's on Chinese soil, yeah, it brings the best out of him.
He was in trouble, Wang Chuqin, in that match. Like I said, 1-0 and 6-1 down. And the change was really when he started to fire the ball into Jonathan's forehand, just almost saying, well, the backhand's not working for me right here, right now. I'm going to find the space to the Dane's left-hand side. That was when it flipped on its head.
Let's 3-6.
Oh! The best of both.
The long serve. The serve receive from Qing, and then the nonchalant nature of Jonathan Grote. And that's what he brings to the table, feeling. But he's definitely playing slower. He's trying to give no pace whatsoever.
And he sucked Qing in then. So having seen him play his trademark cartwheel spinning shot away, this time he rushed into the table. Cacophony in here as he points out a flash that's right in his eye line.
5-7.
Both players are part of Team Headband as well.
5-8.
Felt like the right shot to go for Jonathan Grote. Just needed to be a little bit more aggressive with it to find that line. Try and fire it up into the wide forehand of Qing. Slow, slow, slow your boat. Gently down the stream. It's another slow one from the Dane. He knows in a battle of outright pace, you're not going to beat Lionheart.
And once he starts moving you around, you're in all kinds of trouble. Groth knows that. Took the initiative, Qing.
It's such a fine balance between being a bit too passive. Oh, what?
3 in a row. Remarkable from Groth.
The reactions. Feet planted, using that arm. Look at that.
Look at the recoil.
360 like a tornado.
Oh, what a reaction from Qing as well. What a point. Oh, he had the chance and misses it and knows he's missed a chance.
He set it up beautifully. Short float, no spin serve to forehand.
And instead, it's 3 game points for the world number 1. His powers of recovery right now are
feeling
incredible.
When he's not quite in the right place or anticipated it the right way, his ability to improvise and understand how he needs to brush the ball back onto the table is just...
There you go, there's your game plan, Jonathan. Get yourself out of shape, out of position.
He can definitely cause this man issues. It's just, can he get it to the point where he takes game 1?
It's tough because Qing serves 2 game points. And he only needs 1 of them. So, in a really entertaining opening game there, in large part down to Jonathan Grote. It's even drawn a smile out of Wang Hao then, as his player makes his way across there. It's the world number 1 who's on course. So Wang Qing makes his way back to the table, the world number 1, the favorite to take out yet another WTT series title here, has been given a really interesting challenge here from Denmark's Jonathan Grote, not least because He's clearly trying to slow down the Qing Express whenever possible.
Second game.
Can
Qing to
he
serve.
now get back into this?
Level.
Jonathan Grote can start to find his backhand up the line into the Wang Chuqin forehand with a bit of power. This could get interesting.
Let's. Love all.
Even with the flick off the net, he is so good. His adjustment was so instantaneous.
It's just natural for him, for Jonathan Grote.
1-all.
And if he can start competing in some of these faster rallies and start to, like I say, target the Wang Chuqin wide forehand, it's going to get really tense in the Infinity Arena.
But if you step back from the table, beware.
Yeah, beautiful example of finding the open space. Bat high.
Oh, and this time off the other flank. He'll hurt you from anywhere.
He will. He uses that long limbs to cover it. Flick of the net, a little bit lucky, but it was a good adjustment from the world number one. And he's starting to get into a groove.
Gotta love it when he's enjoying himself, and he clearly is.
Yeah, he's so special. Hits the ball so hard. Oh,
The backhand. If you're Jonathan Grote, you're thinking, it's just coming at me from all angles. There's very little he can do.
Yep, that's exactly it. He suffocates you. Just feels like you're at the bottom of an avalanche sometimes when you're playing this man and he's on form.
But you've got to take your chances. And when you feel it's a chance, as Grote has done once or twice now, you'll feel maybe he's just not capitalized. Because the consistency of Chuqin is such.
And he's reacting.
Yeah, he's going to win the balance, isn't he, of points like that.
He's reacting to the slower ones much better. Moved the feet in there, that left foot stepped forward, and he just crunched the backhand.
This is beginning to look ominous now for Grote.
The king of the jungle has arrived.
Where did this go? The first game was close, tight, competitive, but
you always relax after you take game one as well.
2-9.
You can see the amount of unusual and unorthodox serves that the Dane is trying to bring to the table.
10-2.
This game's gone.
Yeah, he's going to have to try and compete fire to fire and then go back to the slower game.
10-3.
Just a question of when he gets a finish, just mentally rehearsing what he did wrong there, Chuqin, but you feel that this is inevitable now. Still 7 game points.
Yeah.
11-3.
Yep.
That
was coming from some way off there, dismissively punched away, and that's the second game, won very quickly. What resistance we saw from Grote in the first evaporated in the second, and he needs to turn things around.
就骑行时候也要抓紧抓紧，还有时候靠节奏，一会儿跟中间正尾巴，一会儿这个拉长了，一会儿就乱变，只能靠乱变，自己经济整体在
Let's take a little look and remind ourselves just how far in front this man is from the rest of the world. What a staggering lead. 11.225 to 6.565. Well, that's what happens when you just carry on winning and winning and winning. We've still got a lot of these top 10 players in action here in Chong Qing to be seen. But right now, there is only one man who draws the eye, and it's this man. He's back, he's raring to go. He wants to get this one won. Should he do so, and it looks highly likely, it would be Patrick Francisco or Alexis Lebrun. More European challenges lying in wait in the round of 16 for Qing.
Third game. Cross to serve. Lobo.
Does Grot try and stay with this slower game style, or does he quicken it up? Try and keep Qing on his toes. And he goes for the longer, faster serve, and I'm not surprised. World number one was reacting to the slower balls much, much better. He knows it's coming.
Love 2.
So you have to try and mix it up. You've got to try and build a bit of nervous energy in here if you're the Dane. I'd like to see him go big on a big attack, really try and just outpower, even if he loses the rally.
1-2.
The umpire was looking at both players then, trying to work out which one was kind of delaying things. I think there was a flash in the crowd, but...
3-1.
Is this tight and dead kind of half-long ball that is causing Qing some issues when it drops just off the end of the table in the middle.
4-1.
Now's his time. And the fans will tell you that for the first time, they're a little concerned for their favorite.
Yeah.
1-5.
You could feel the fast one was coming. Jonathan Grote, masterful serving so far in game number 3, trying to keep the world number one on his toes and then committing to the bigger, larger strokes. He's got to mix plan A with plan B. Plan A should always be to try and slow down the world number one as Wang Hao looks on.
Players are ready, thank you.
Crowd reacts to the stern look. But Grote has to take moments where he tries to play with power too, just to unsettle.
2-5.
In the touch play, it offers Qing a way back in. Still trailing by 3.
Let 5-3.
Just trying to bait a slower attack out of Qing on that serve.
5-4.
This is so fascinating to watch because Qing, of course, has the game to slow things down as well.
Yeah.
Timeout called on the side of the Dane, who has seen what was a very healthy lead evaporate down to just 1. It's a chance. It's a glimmer of an opportunity, isn't it, Joe, for Grote? Can he take it?
He's done well to earn himself that opportunity as well.
Five all.
This man is just so solid. So well versed in the short game as well.
6-5.
It's so clever from Wang Chuqin. Served short and then fired the ball long. Long, heavy, aggressive push. And it meant that a long ball was coming back to him, which is easier to attack. What?
6-4.
What a rally. Jonathan Grote staying close to the table, firing off some weapons of his own.
And that reaction from Chuqin told you all you need to know. He recognized he was involved in some point there.
Gotta fight fire with fire if you're the Dane for a few points and then go back to the slow one, you feel. Oh.
6-7.
And then he comes straight back at you with that.
Yeah, when you think he might be a little tentative, a little nervous, just comes through and sweeps the ball over the table so powerfully.
8-6.
Just stunning change of pace. This is why Jonathan Grote's feeling makes this such an interesting matchup, because most people don't even get those first few balls back. And Chuqin just leveling up on one of them. More pace, wider.
9-6.
And this time it's the heavy spin, and he's inching towards the finish line. It's the world #1, Lionheart. 7 of the last 8 going the way of the #1 seed.
7-9.
What has Grote got up his sleeve on this service, though?
7-10.
Just for the half long to the middle. And he read it. And he ate it for lunch. And that sets up 3 match points here for Wang Chuqin. And he does it at the first time of asking.
Again to Chuqin. Chuqin wins
Smiles
against
around, a
love.
pat on the back, because he knew he was in a challenge there. But the #1 seed stepping up to the plate. Scoreline doesn't really do it justice. 11-8, 11-3, 11-7. But he's laid down a marker. He's punched his ticket to the round of 16. And this man, who only dropped 2 games en route to the Singapore Smash title, brings out a perfect 3-0 victory in the round of 32 against the oh-so-impressive Dane, Jonathan Grote. Lays down a marker for the rest of the field. As we see the match summary, 64% percentage win for serves, and he receives serves so well as well. 34% only going the way of the Dane. Imperious. Almost double the amount of points going the way of the #1 seed, Wang Chuqin. And we're going to get a chance to hear his thoughts, because he's walking on court now with our very own John Dykes. We're going to find out how he found that match, how he found the pressure, how he found playing in front of thousands as normal in the Infinity Arena. Lionheart laying down the marker to the rest of the field. Can you catch him? And we're going to hear from him with John Dykes right now.
Wang Chuqin, the world #1, is through to the round of 16 here in Chongqing. Congratulations, Chuqin. Well played against another left-hander, a player who has been difficult for you before. What did you do today to maintain your 100% record against Jonathan?
恭喜王楚钦拿下胜利！你和格罗特同为左手选手，那之前呢，他也在交手当中为你制造过一些困难，但你今天依然赢下比赛，保持了全胜的战绩。在场上是如何适应和调整的呢？
首先我觉得格罗特也是一名非常强大的对手，是因为上一次在澳门自己赢的也非常的侥幸，也是在大比分落后的情况下逆转取胜嘛。我觉得所以说对于困难的这种准备上来说，我认为这次自己做的还是非常的充分，包括对对手经过几次的比赛，我觉得有了一定的了解以后，我觉得能做一些针对性的这种战术吧。我觉得今天整个的发挥还是非常的正常。
So first things first, Jonathan is a very strong opponent. The last time we faced each other in Macau, I was only lucky to win because I trailed behind by a large gap in the beginning and managed to come back and clinch that win. So going into the match today, I was solid prepared for a tough match. Since I've played him several times, so we know each other pretty well, and this allowed me to plan my tactics in a targeted way, and I'm happy my performance is within the normal range today.
Qing, you are playing at such a high level right now across any event, different tournaments that you play in. How are you feeling physically? How are you feeling mentally? And what is your ambition this week here in Chongqing?
那今年的几站比赛，你都保持着不错的竞技状态。目前的整体状态和心态调整的怎么样呢？对本次的重庆之行又有什么展望呢？
我觉得首先近期的这种状态也是得益于之前的这种训练吧，然后包括我觉得这一站的重庆自己也并没有给自己什么样的期待，我认为做好自己，然后包括在比赛中去总结得失，然后好好去享受比赛就好了这次。
Yeah, I think I've been in a fairly good form recently, and this is a result of all the training and practices I've had. Actually, I don't have a particular goal going into WTT Champions Chongqing here. I'm just looking forward to play at my own level, to reflect on the matches I have here and have my takeaways and enjoying every match.
Well, Qing, thank you very much. We enjoy watching you. Thank you for speaking to us, and thank you for speaking to the fans.
Thank you.
Always gracious in victory, giving respect to his opponent, Jonathan Groats. It was a masterful display both on and off the table by the world number one as we see that he punches his ticket into the round of 16. There's already a very tasty affair. Nicholas Lum versus Sora Matsushima, and then at the bottom you can see it, An Jae-hyun versus the French youngster Felix Lebrun in what is a beautiful draw. But going nowhere. Up next is a mouth-watering clash in the women's round of 32. The American speedster, Lily Chong, will take on the European queen, Bernadette Such, up here, next in the Infinity Arena at Champions Chongqing.
to the Infinity Arena. We're not going anywhere. We're just getting the ball rolling here at the third edition of the WTT Champions Chongqing 2026. And we're so excited for the matches that we have to come here on day number 2 of 6. Some brilliant victories for Zheng Yijing, Nicholas Lum and Chen Yi, particularly there for the Aussie, with a squeaky clean win over the former top 10 star Darko Jogic. Congratulations to him on a career breakthrough. A walkover for Miwa. We wish Miu Nagasaki a good recovery, and a win there for Wang Chuqin before we get ready now to go back to the women's singles.
From the United States of America, Lily Zhang. Then from Romania, Bernadette Salt.
She talks the talk and she walks the walk. The Trixie Pixie.